My bad.
We're just cussing.
Nobody's
cussing.
There's clowns.
Nobody's
Now
cussing.
you'll start cussing.
Clowns.
No, I'll just have a stroke.
That's not acceptable.
Hey guys, how are you? Something a little bit new. We'll see if it's going to stay or not.
Oh, it's all you. There you go. Do we have 3 cameras?
Yes, we do.
Where's the third one?
In fact, chances like, where's the third camera?
No, I was wondering though, how did you do that 3-way split? Okay, gotcha.
Ooh, we already got people chiming in.
It is Friday.
It is party time.
So I can't see as well, so. I don't know, can you hear me all right?
I don't know how I'm a member.
Why am I singing? I'm singing the song in my head now.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
All right.
Morning, Gail from Colorado. Morning, Dr. Good. I don't know, can you hear us? Check 1, 2, 5, 7.
Say good morning, Seabiscuit. What's that all about?
Hey, good morning,
Dr.
Lee D.
Good.
That'll be Lee if it's
And
Seabiscuit.
Gail. Oh, Lee D. And Marguerite, good morning.
All right, I'm gonna do our intro. You ready?
Man, rocking and rolling.
All right. Y'all are muted. Live from VentureX Studios in Frisco, Texas. It's JP, Kathy, and the crew.
And it is JP, Kathy, the rocking crew, knocking it out of the ball. Oh, he turned the music off. Bobblehead John had just gotten fired up. We got a Bobblehead John. Where's Bobblehead Kathy? Where's Bobblehead Kathy?
I can't.
Oh, we still got the overlay, don't we?
My neck doesn't move like yours does.
Gonna do this?
That,
now wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now
that's not. Is that bobblehead?
Hey,
do
concert
bobbleheads go side to side
We're
or
gonna call
up and
you
down?
both now. They do both. They do this.
You know what the up and down reminds me of? Remember,
What?
like old school, like people would have the little dog with the bobblehead on the dashboard of their car.
Yes.
Was that not distracted driving?
I think so. That was the cell phone of the 80s.
Oh, they used to have the hula girl.
Well, my mom has the hula
girl.
girls on her little car, you know.
So that was
she had three of them.
the distracted driving.
They're still
of the
there,
80s.
by the way. They still do this.
Yeah, you sent me video of that.
Yes,
that's
remember?
hilarious.
Guys.
But that's distracted driving,
What,
right?
Where are your Hawaiian shirts?
They're on. I'm wearing mine. Aren't you wearing yours, Kathy? I love your Hawaiian shirt,
I know.
Kathy.
I've got a Hawaiian.
Kathy, I love your Hawaiian
assuming-
shirt. Don't
well,
give in. Don't
you're
give in.
assuming-
Don't tell him, Kathy.
No, he can tell.
No, I
You're
can see
assuming
it.
that we have Hawaiian shirts.
I know you have at least a Hawaiian scarf. I've seen it.
Kathy,
Yeah, I mean,
Kathy.
I've got a floral scarf.
I can see
but
your
it doesn't
Hawaiian
go
shirt.
With this.
Oh,
It's got unicorns on. Unicorns.
You don't mix
It's got
unicorns.
unicorns. No, I said unicorns, not unicorns. I don't know what a unicorn is.
Horns.
Horns.
Go horns.
Yeah.
Oh, hook 'em horns. Where's my song? Why aren't you playing my song?
I don't have it.
You need to get my song.
Gotta
Good
send it.
morning and welcome to JP, Kathy,
I
and
only
the
know
crew.
hullabaloo.
Happy
Can I-
Friday.
hullabaloo? Can I-
So that was
Goodbye,
distracted
two
driving.
kisses, yeah.
Everybody agrees.
I'm going to distract
that,
his
like,
driving
if you had a
here in a minute.
bobblehead dog or a bobblehead hula girl,
My mother had the hula girl. She still
that
does.
had to distract you.
Oh, and then she got
Kathy do
little
the hula-
turtles.
So, Kathy, how does a hula girl go? Can you show us?
Well, I
Yeah,
mean, just like that.
This time.
Okay.
I violated the rules.
There you go. We like to hear ourselves talk back. No, we don't.
Oh,
We don't. We really don't.
I did either.
We didn't do that. So, starting new this week, we've kind of kicked it off. We are bringing you on Fridays entertainment news and sporting news. And so you want to stay tuned. Lots going on in the entertainment world. And I'm going to kick it off with the Karens of the world. We're going to kick it off with Alyssa
You
Milano.
know what? We've never talked about what a Karen is on this show.
How did it become that?
that became a thing, and it was so funny because my son was like, "No, don't be a Karen," and I was like, "Wait, what?" That's how I found out about it, like
I have a
months
childhood
ago.
friend that's a Karen, and I don't like it
Well-
because I think she's a very nice person, and I don't like that they
Well, okay, what's your
hijacked her name.
What? Okay, so you don't like, and I've got like one of my dear friends from junior high and high school, nicest lady you'll ever meet, and her name's Karen. So I don't know how they decided on that name, but basically, does somebody have? Should we pull it up? What the actual definition of
Maybe
a Karen
somebody from the
is?
crew could give us that information and post it
yeah,
in the chat.
if somebody will post that's a great idea.
Yeah.
If somebody will post that in the chat, the definition of a Karen, basically, it's a person who feels the need to gripe about, and I think it came about with people who don't like to wear masks at stores and establishments where they require them. I think that's where it came about, but somebody correct me on that. But basically, it's like a negative Nelly kind of person,
Right. But how did
But-
it come about, though?
I'd love to know
Is
the
it- does it-
origin of that.
Does it have to do with the word care?
No,
And
no,
you're too caring or
it's
something?
don't be a Karen. So it must. So I'm assuming maybe I don't know somewhere somebody who was named Karen was super negative. It caught on there, and there was a video that went viral. There have been several "Don't Be a Karen" videos that have gone viral. Now the women aren't necessarily named Karen, but like there was one lady who just tore apart a guy who was cleaning carts outside of a grocery store because she didn't want to wear her mask. Manager came out. He gave her the owner's information and said, please call, but I can't let you in the store because we do have this mask mandate. And then the guy who was cleaning the carts was kind of whistling while he worked. And she blasted him. She's like, why are you so happy? And he's like, well, he said, because you know what? A few months ago, I was a bartender. And obviously, I lost my job, and I'm just happy that I'm able to put food on the table. And she was so rude about it.
So Dr. Good says,
Does she have? Does she?
I
have
used
the
to hear
lingo
about
now?
Karens in the assisted living world. The Karen parent, who is normally a female. Oh, the caring parent, who is normally a female. She says it's been around for a long time.
Oh,
So
okay. So this
here's-
isn't just a COVID mask
Well,
thing.
I guess not. So here's the thing,
How are
though,
we
right?
so late to the story?
Who knows? I thought Felicia was the thing.
Felicia.
Yeah, I thought the word was like the name was don't be a Felicia or something like
Oh,
that.
I've never heard that.
Oh man, I got that from my staff before I retired. There was a bunch of Felicias walking around. I'm like, what's a Felicia?
I don't know. I've never heard of that.
I'm just not cool like that. So, but check this out.
we do all agree we're not hip like that.
Not like that, no. So the origin, it says, the exact origins of the term are unknown. Well, somebody named their child Karen. I mean,
Okay.
that's to be easy enough. The term may have originated on Black Twitter as a meme used to describe white women who tattle on black kids' lemonade stands. It has also been described as originating with black women, but having been co-opted by white men.
Okay, that's a whole lot of too much confusing. But
Well,
are you looking at Urban Dictionary or where?
No, that was on Wikipedia. And so here's the insider, right?
Wicca, what?
The insider. The Karen meme is being used to describe women who commit acts in public that are perceived to be racist, such as unjustly calling the police on black people. I mean,
Oh, okay. See, now I don't see it being used that way. Maybe it's morphed because I don't see it being used as a racist thing. Usually, it's a white woman who's just, let me talk to your manager. That
yeah,
kind
that's
of an
on there.
attitude.
That's on there too. That's
Yeah.
another one of them. Can I speak to the manager? Pejorative. Let's see. While it's hard to confirm the true origins of the meme, many believe it's derived from a Dane Cook comedy routine.
Okay.
Dane Cook comedy routine.
Yeah.
And you know what? That
So it's
that
the
would make
Dane's
sense.
fault.
I'd like to
Yeah.
find out what comedy routine that was, or
I
which
don't know.
stand-up routine that was, and see where that is. But yeah, that's a big thing. Don't be a Karen.
Yeah. And it says, but the use of viral monikers becomes problematic when it assigns an innocuous and anonymous name to a person who has seemingly committed overtly racist actions. I think that's the fancy one.
See, and I've never heard it. This whole time I've heard of Karen, and if the crew would chime in, I've never heard anything about race involved in that. I've just heard it's just the woman who's basically and my mom was big on this. If something didn't go right, boy, howdy. Let me talk to your manager, please.
Oh yeah. No,
And my brother and I'd be like, oh no.
Yeah, it's about to
We're
go
not
bad.
getting out of the
Climb
store.
climb under the
we're
phone.
not.
Please get
Go
me out
go
of
ahead
here.
and go ahead and sit underneath the grocery cart because we're staying here for a while.
Oh no! So Gail has helped me out. No, it's by Felicia. Yeah, where'd
Bye,
that
Felicia.
come from? I need to know where that came from.
It was. I think wasn't there a skit or something? It was
I
from
don't
a
know.
Real Housewives thing.
That could've been.
or
I don't
it
watch
was
that.
one
And
of
that,
those
you know
real,
what?
real
Have y'all
shows.
ever watched any of those Real Housewives shows?
No.
Though I'm not, and I've got girlfriends who literally I get left out because I don't go to the parties where they watch like the season finale and everything, and they dress up like them and have a big fat fun time. I've never had any desire to watch any of the Housewives show, and I think didn't they have one in Dallas for a while?
Oh yeah, Dallas Housewives. I think they still do.
I mean, there's like Atlanta, New Jersey. So somebody help me out. Is that a fun show? It just doesn't see. It seems like way too much drama to me.
So here's the fun.
Like if I'm drinking a glass of nice wine, I'm not going to throw it in somebody's face. I'm going to finish it myself.
I think we've talked about this way too long. I think we've given Karen way too much time. Let's see. Perceived entitled, demanding beyond the scope of what is appropriate or necessary, a common
Okay.
stereotype of white women who use her privilege to demand her own. Okay, yeah.
Okay, and
So I think we
that's
just
more
all
along the way that I've thought of that. I can't believe it's so funny because that Karen thing's been a thing for a while, especially during COVID, and we've never talked about it before.
Yeah.
We went a really long time without talking about
About
it.
Karen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found where By Felicia came from.
Where'd
It
it come
came from? A
from?
movie called Friday.
Okay.
The phrase it says on Wikipedia. It says the phrase
Is that trademarked?
It is now.
By Felicia came from a scene in the American comedy film Friday, according to Ice Cube, who starred in the film and co-wrote.
I love Ice
By
Cube.
Felicia is
Bye,
the,
Felicia.
I
is
met
the
him.
phrase to
Okay.
get anyone out of your face.
Yeah, bye, Felicia.
I met
I
wonder
Ice
if you
Cube.
did this.
Hey, I met Ice Cube.
You did.
Remember?
Yep, I made ice tray. So did
Did
do
you
this?
just say Ice Tray?
I don't. I think you misheard me.
No,
Here's something-
JP just said when I
Bye,
said I met
Felicia.
Ice Cube.
Bye, Felicia.
That you said I met
ice tray.
Ice Tray.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Glad I've shocked you this morning already.
Wow.
Hopefully the clown that's sitting down over here won't scare you. So, with that being said, why the Karen thing came up, Alyssa Milano.
Oh,
And
don't
Rose
be an Alyssa
McGowan.
Milano or Rose McGowan. They make me crazy.
Well, good. I want to hear how crazy it makes you because that's where we're going next.
Oh.
Of course, this is the
So we did like 15 minutes on your lead into a story.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, pretty much.
Welcome to Friday.
Welcome to Friday. So McGowan on Wednesday, in response to a headline that read in part, Alyssa Milano calls 911, Karen is a pejorative term that has come to prominence to a label of demanding middle-aged white woman who displays a sense of overbearing entitlement in various societal confrontations. And so what happened is that Milano explained that her neighbor called the police after spotting a man dressed in all black walking in the woods between the properties with a gun, which she called a rare sight in our parts. The actress, who has been outspoken supporter of the defund police movement,
and you wore a crocheted mask, just saying.
Yeah, because she's a buffoon.
She makes me insane.
So added that her husband had also called 911 to check on when the police would be arriving. And then all of a sudden, McGowan and Milano get into it over a Twitter feud. And McGowan rips Alyssa Milano, "Get off my coattails, you effing fraud."
Wow. Okay.
Sounds like a bunch of
Were they
twits.
on that show? It was like about the witches, Charmed or something like that.
Yes.
Was Rose McGowan? I know Alyssa Milano was on that
Yes.
show. Was Rose McGowan on that show too? So I
Yes.
guess she's saying she rode her coattails.
Yeah. That's
So
correct.
they're fighting. I'm not a fan
Yeah,
of either
there's
one of
a
theirs,
few.
but they're fighting.
They
There
just
are
want to
few.
be in the news
Interesting.
again.
Yeah.
They just want to
So
be in the news
the guy
again.
Trying
was-
to be relevant, yeah.
So the guy dressed in black with the air gun.
Wasn't she going to give Ruth Bader Ginsburg both of her kidneys?
Yes.
Remember when she fell?
In
It wasn't a
Atlanta.
kidney thing.
It was
and,
in Atlanta.
And yeah, she was like, and Alyssa Milano tweeted, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, you have to live. I will give you both of my kidneys. And I'm like, well, I don't know how you live without two kidneys.
That's okay, though.
There you go.
Alyssa,
And
go
it
on.
was like it wasn't even like she was in the hospital on dialysis or having kidney issues. She had just taken a bad fall.
Yeah.
Alyssa Milano, I think she already gave somebody her brain.
Yeah. It's called drugs. So
is it? Well, you don't know that, so you can't. That would be
Whatever.
slander. You don't know.
whatever.
I just think it's.
I'm
she's
sure
just
she takes some kind of
Whatever.
drugs.
That's
Prescription.
another term too.
Like Felicia.
Whatever.
That's by Felicia.
I know.
Well,
Whatever.
no, well, wait a second. But
That's get out of
but
my
you can't.
face.
But that's slander. So if Alyssa Milano's listening, which howdy, how are you? We would love your input. We don't know.
Whatever. That's kind of like an eye roll,
We
right?
can't do a slander. We can't do a slander.
That's a verbal eye roll.
Do
of
a
whatever.
slander. That's not. We can't be slanderous.
We can't do a slander.
We can't be
Slander.
slanderous. So we don't know what she takes. We don't know if she takes anything. We don't know any of that kind of stuff. We just are baffled by some of her tweets. When she had that crochet mask on, I was like, she's like, I crocheted all of my family members a mask. Because she was one of the big people, like mask shaming people before mask shaming was a thing.
Well, and let's stay on Alyssa Milano and
Crochet
shame,
mask.
shall we? So Alyssa Milano also said that Ivanka Trump called her hero years ago, says that she's now an enabler to her father.
Oh, wait. So Alyssa Milano said Ivanka Trump was a hero of hers.
Right.
Before. Okay. Okay, Alyssa Milano, help us figure this out. So so you've got Ivanka Trump, very successful businesswoman, mother, wife, daughter, very active in her father's administration, has done amazing things as far as the federal government and healthcare and daycare. I mean, she's been a phenomenal asset, her and her husband, to the Trump administration. So how is that?
Well, actually,
bad thing?
Milano's claiming that she called her a hero. Ivanka Trump called her a hero.
Called Alyssa a hero?
Yes, when they were doing the runway show together.
Oh, I missed that show.
Yeah, supposedly had a total girl crush. Project Runway All Stars. You never saw that? I saw it advertised. I never saw it either. But yeah, and so she's captioned. Milano is captioned now saying, "She told me I was her hero. I'm sad to see what she's evolved into," along with a call for people to vote for Joe Biden.
And I am sure that Ivanka is very upset about that. Not.
I wouldn't give it any more than 2 seconds.
I guarantee you she didn't. And here's the thing: she probably had a girl crush on her. Alyssa Milano, when she was on that show, Who's the Boss? She was super cute. I mean, like, well, y'all are that age, Charles and JP.
I had a crush on her.
I mean,
I
I don't
My
know.
next door neighbor looked
I
just
have a-
like
My
her.
brother had
and
a
I
crush
thought,
on her.
Wow.
All his friends had a crush on her. Everybody, because she was a very attractive woman. I mean, she's still a nice looking woman. Now, what comes out of her mouth just seals the deal a different way. But that's probably where Ivanka came up with that. And I'm sure Ivanka's not losing any sleep over that. And of course, Alyssa Milano is voting for Biden. She's a huge pro-abortion person. She bragged about the 2 abortions that she had are the reason why she had her career. And I'm like, wow, I'm glad 2 lives were sacrificed so you could have a, at best, B actress movie career.
Yeah.
Well, aren't you proud? Of course she's supporting Biden.
Well, of course she is. Plus, she's giving her kidneys up to Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
That'd be helpful.
Help me
So,
out.
how about this in E-News? Our boy Channing Tatum is back on
No,
the scene.
no, what? I'm sorry.
I'm
what?
getting ready to help you. I knew I'd get your attention. Chuck, if you'll go
I'm
over to my
listening.
screen, please.
Notice I look and I listen.
Compliments of E-News.
He is beautiful. He is a beautiful man.
So here we go. And there's going to be an advertisement, Chuck. Ugh.
Oh,
Who wants an advertisement? Oh, no, there's not. Here we go.
Says he's taking a break from social media. The Magic Mike star took to Instagram to explain why he's stepping away in a heartfelt post. "I'm going to take a break and come off socials for a minute," he wrote to his more than 17 million followers. "I've been trying to get inspired and create again, and to be honest, I don't really feel, or at least I haven't felt, very creative on social in the last couple of years now. I'm going to go and just be in the real world for a while and off my phone." While Tatum admitted that he'll probably come back at some point, he cautioned that any return would have to be for the right reasons and have a creative purpose. "But if I do, I want to have a direction or a clear point of view of why I'm on here and what I'm putting out there." Tatum is not alone in Hollywood when it comes to taking a break from social media. Stars like Ariana Grande, Selena Gomez, Demi Lovato, and Ed Sheeran have all taken variations of breaks in recent years for their own reasons. Jessie J, Tatum's girlfriend, also took a social media hiatus earlier this year. Jessie's January decision came after the tragic death of her bodyguard just days earlier. In a post shared on her Instagram and Twitter pages, the 31-year-old singer said experiencing unexpected heavy personal stuff has made her want to be more present in her life.
So yeah, I mean, so there you go, Kathy.
He is a beautiful man.
He's a beautiful, and I'm trying to find the picture. I don't know why Chuck's screen is frozen on my weird screen. I don't know.
Let me try to re-add it. Let me try to re-add it and see.
Oh, that means I got to.
So
do it
he's
over
taking
again.
a break from social media
taking
to
a
get
break
his
from
creative
social
juices
media.
flowing again.
Yeah,
Well, good for him.
Kind of get out of the mix, I think. Also,
You know, I've had a number of friends, and JP, some of our mutual friends, who every so often they'll say, "I need a detox from social media," especially if they're the ones who get very actively involved in comments on political posts and things of that nature. You know, I comment on pictures of people's puppies. You know,
Right.
on you at at the
got your screen
ACC or AAC, American Airlines Center.
American Airlines Center.
AAC. You know, I mean, I don't engage in those conversations on social media. I just go on past it, and I can see where if you get heavily involved in social media that way, or if it's kind of taking over your life, which it really has for a lot of us during COVID.
Oh, sure.
I get that, and as an artist, if you're wanting to create, that's a distraction.
So, Kathy, this bud's for you.
Is this a picture?
It is. Put it up. This is what he's leaving everybody with on social media.
Oh my gosh! Let me.
There he is on Instagram.
Here, this is for you, Kathy.
It's a shirtless selfie of Channing
It
Tatum.
hadn't pulled up on my feed yet.
I
I want a screenshot.
There's
it.
an entertainment frenzy going on over here. I mean, Kathy,
It's
I
that
mean, yeah.
delay.
Oh,
feed.
because we're on a delay, and that's okay. Because I'm
See
watching
there?
our Facebook
But
page.
look-
Here it is. Okay.
But there he is. See there?
Yeah, there we go.
That is a recent
Save
selfie.
to photos. Save.
Channing Tatum
Go
making
in
his.
and heart it for a favorite.
This is his way out of social media. This
This
he's
is how
saying.
John and I
Well,
are.
he is. Let's just
Yeah.
say this, Mr. Tatum, you are leaving on a high note.
Well, at least a half naked note, anyways. Exactly.
That's what I think.
Thank you, Charles, for that.
And good morning, Shay. Shay Drake just tuned in. He's like, oh my
Oh,
gosh.
really, guys?
So
Well.
Kathy's crushing on Channing Tatum. I'm out of here.
And JP showing half naked
Yeah,
pictures of
yeah,
him.
Shay, I still want the recipe for those vegetarian dishes you put pictures of. Can I at least have the recipe for the soup? Whichever one's the easiest one, that's one I want. Did you see all
Yeah,
those?
yeah. Shay's a heck of a cook.
Oh my gosh.
No
those
soup
look
for you.
He's
so
a chef,
good.
Chef Shay.
Oh, no soup for you.
No
One of the
soup for
funniest
you.
episodes of Seinfeld ever.
All right.
Soup Nazi.
Speaking of
Yes.
Seinfeld, no, this has nothing to do with
I know,
Seinfeld. I
okay.
just thought I would say that. So Princess Eugenie
Oh,
is pregnant. Did you
yes.
notice
Yes,
that
yes,
with their
yes,
first
I saw
child?
that this morning.
Yeah, and so
Did you say with our first child?
yes, with our first child. My name is Jack.
JP has a tiara.
I
just
do.
Saying. And look,
Yes.
he's doing a royal
Yes,
hand gesture.
Yes.
If you will.
Jack Brooksbank and Princess Eugenia are expecting their first child. The royal baby is due in early 2021. And here's the thing. Let's go back and look at a little bit of that royal romance, shall we? So, Charles, if you can put my screen up there again. This is we want to thank E! News for sharing this. This is going to be fun. Here are some
Princess
photos.
Eugenie's star-studded wedding to Jack Brooksbank. First up, the dress, obviously. Eugenie walked into St. George's Chapel
how
at Windsor
gorgeous
Castle
that
in
is.
a
Isn't that
stunning bridal
gorgeous?
gown by Peter
When
Pilato
were they
and
married? They were
Christopher
married
DeVos.
Right
The
before
dress's
COVID,
open back
right?
revealed another
believe
noteworthy
so,
element.
yes.
The princess's scar from scoliosis surgery she had at age 12.
See, her
Prior
and my
to the
sister share
nuptials,
that.
Eugenie opened up about it, saying, "I think you can change the way beauty is, and you can show people your scars." Of course, the wedding was full of celeb guests, like Liv Tyler, Naomi Campbell, Demi Moore,
Oh, I
Ricky
remember
Martin,
this. Yes, I
and
remember
Robbie
Tyler
Williams.
being there.
Supermodel Cara Delevingne won major style points for her non-traditional top hat and tails outfit. So chic. The royals were out
Very
in full
chic,
force,
you know.
including Will
Oh,
and Kate,
fancy.
Harry and Meghan, and the Queen and Prince Philip. But in
They
a
all have
surprising
those
move, Prince Harry's
fascinators.
exes, Chelsea Davy and Cressida
Fascinating.
Bonus, were also on the
Fascinating.
guest list. Awkward maybe? Pippa Middleton, who is in the final weeks of her pregnancy,
Oh, I
flaunted
think
her
Pippa
baby
is
bump
so
in a
beautiful.
forest-toned
I've got
dress.
it
Also going
frozen
green,
screen
the
again.
mother of the bride,
Yeah, I
Sarah
was gonna say,
Ferguson.
it's-
Her
it's-
gold accented
it's
hat
not
was
showing
immediately
anybody
memed
else.
on Twitter,
And then
with
there's
some
Fergie.
comparing
Yeah,
it to
it's
the Wonder
not- okay,
Woman
take it down,
logo
it's
or
not
the Harry
showing
Potter
anything.
famous gold.
Fergie is not. She's not aging well.
I haven't seen. I
Oh,
didn't
there
see
she
her.
is. I don't know if Charles can get my screen back, but she's
didn't
not
see her.
aging
Let me see if I can
well.
try to get you back on there.
So the royals have a lot to celebrate. Babies are coming
There you
a
go.
foot.
Well, and then I've heard rumor that Kate is pregnant again. Princess Kate is
Of course, she's my
pregnant
Princess
again.
Diana for today.
Yeah, she's just absolutely. I just love her. And then I saw something. Now this was just in a tabloid when I was checking out the other day. That Meghan Markle is pregnant too. You know what? I'm so over them. And they were trying to make some political statement the other day, and I'm like, you know what? I think what she did to the royal family and to Prince Harry, I think it's just terrible. I'm still upset about that.
Yeah, I'm not happy with it. I
I'm
don't
just-
know how Prince Harry allowed it.
That's what
I'd have been like, dude, you married me, and this is who I am.
It wasn't like, it's not like you don't grow up and know the royal family and get that that's a whole different way of life.
Yeah.
And then you marry a prince, and what the heck do you expect? You are going to be under the spotlight. I think she just wanted it to reboot her acting career. And hey, guess what? You're not that great of an actress either, so she's not getting any roles, didn't?
She's not rebooting.
Yeah. So, blah,
Princess
blah, blah.
Eugenie, congratulations.
Yeah, blessings. How fun is that?
I got to be honest.
Restart your thing.
Is that a
Restart the,
COVID?
I didn't even.
Is that a
know.
COVID baby?
Yeah.
Because look how many babies are being born right around the time everybody started having to hunker down for the shelter in place, like the 9 months out.
I didn't even know there was a Princess Eugenie until here lately.
Oh.
I'm a bummer. I didn't know there was a Jack. There's a Jack.
And who's Jack? Is that her
That's
husband?
her husband.
Well,
You're
I
as bad as
I don't
I
know
am.
that.
I mean,
I
it's like
know like
Eugene
the
just got born
main.
to me.
I know like the main royals. I mean, I
William,
follow
Kate,
well
Charles.
because we
Charles.
grew up,
Elizabeth.
and I mean, Princess Di was huge. All of that was just so huge. Yeah. So there you go.
So others that
Good
are in the
times.
news right now talking about having babies and sharing is Katy Perry, of course, showing her first glimpse into motherhood. I wonder if that's going to change her up a little bit.
In what way?
Well, she used to be cool, then she kind of became uncool,
Well,
and so I'm wondering if she's going to become
cool
again.
to us. Well, she was from a family. I believe her father was a preacher. Very religious, very conservative family, and then she kind of went off the rails with just being a big old lib, and that's when I was like, done.
See, and that's what's sad
And
is I
then-
love her music, and I love Orlando
love
Bloom.
love her music. Yeah, is that who she's having the baby with?
Yeah,
Did they
Daisy.
marry?
Yeah,
Did they get married?
I
They
think
did?
they did. We'll have to scoop that.
Well, you never know in Hollywood.
We'll have to scoop that.
I don't think
I know
we'd
they
be
had a baby
scooping it
together.
here.
They're having a baby.
I think
they had
it's
a baby in
I
August.
think it's old news.
That's probably true. So, but yeah,
We're
so
trying.
she
Good luck
says that
today,
she.
Michelle.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. She says that she's got an entirely new respect for parents and appreciation for parents out there.
Good.
Most
she
people do once
stated-
they have children.
I think that
Who
is
does?
so true.
Most people do when they have
Once
children.
you have a kid, I think that your whole perspective on life changes.
Well, she stated on Twitter, popular misconception, being a mom isn't a full-time job.
And you know what? I don't know anybody
don't know.
who has said
really
it.
do.
I don't know any. You'd have to be so out of touch. Again, it'd have to be somebody who doesn't have kids that doesn't get the being a parent is a full-time job. Even when your kids are older. I mean, heck, my daughter's almost 21. My son's almost 17. And heck, I'm almost 54. And my parents still worry about me. It is what it is.
Well, she told all of her Twitter followers, she said, call your mom and tell her you love and appreciate her
Yeah.
and advocate for paid family leave. She's like, how hard is it to go back to a full-time job and leave your child? And she goes, I mean, even
Once
if I go back
again,
into
being
studio.
a mom, stay-home mom, that's a full-time job, and it is a sacrificial type job. It's one of the best.
It's a labor of love. It's out of everything I've ever done in my entire life, the most awesome thing in the world is being a mom. And literally, and I've described this on Facebook before on Mother's Day, and I can't think of a more true statement. When you're a mom, it's like your heart lives outside of your body and you're constantly trying to catch it. And that's how you feel. And it doesn't matter how old your kids get. It just doesn't matter. That's an unconditional love and a bond that just can't be broken.
Baby's name, by the way, is Daisy Dove Bloom.
Oh, that's a cute name.
Isn't that a cute
I like
name?
the name Daisy.
Daisy
But yeah, I mean,
Daisy Bloom.
I don't,
Daisy
yeah,
Bloom.
Who says? I don't think there's anybody that says being a mom is not a full-time gig.
Well, no, I think there are some feminists out there who, and remember now, she's running with a bunch of lib feminists.
Yeah, she does. Yeah,
and
she does.
it's like, I think the
maybe
child
that
has
changes
brought
her perspective
well, that's
a
why,
little bit.
That's why I started the segment with.
Yep.
Do you think we'll get her back?
Maybe.
I'm thinking we will.
That's interesting.
I think we'll get Katy
and
Perry
it's funny
back.
how all of a sudden, like, when you get away from religion, maybe you grew up where you went to church all the time, you went to Sunday school, CCD, all that kind of stuff, and then you get away from it, but then when you have kids, you go back to it. It's one of those things that you want to set that example for your kids.
Well, with a good foundation, most people will return to where their base is.
Yeah. So
I'm hoping to see Katy Perry swing back. I think she will.
Yeah, interesting.
The commentary says that she's figuring it out. Also in the news, and I mean, lots of baby news in Hollywood.
There you go.
Gigi
Well, I think there's
Hadid.
lots of baby news everywhere.
Right. So, but Gigi Hadid and Zayn Malik have their baby.
Oh,
A little
that's right. I saw
baby
that
girl.
The other day. I saw that the other day.
And of course, Gigi says, and who doesn't? What mom doesn't say this? I am so in love.
Yep.
After welcoming their baby into the world. And so their firstborn comes on in, and very happy couple as well. Of course, if you don't know who Gigi Hadid is, she's a supermodel and singer. And anyways, they had a sweet birth announcement as well. I don't know if we can catch this on my screen, Charles, or not, but this is Gigi and Zayn. And let's see if we can catch.
And good morning to Fred. Good morning to Leon, who owns Venture X.
Well, good morning,
Leon. Very excited. Tell your wife I said hi. And then
the supermodel has given birth to her first child with boyfriend, pop star Zayn Malik. This is both Malik and
Leilani,
child.
good morning.
Rumors first sparked in late April that Gigi was expecting. Fans fueled even more baby speculation.
Fred, good luck on your
photos
last
of
day.
Hadid's 25th birthday were alleged to be both a birthday and a gender reveal party. Eagle-eyed fans noticed several details from Gigi's party that could mean it was a gender reveal, including the model's birthday balloons having both a pink and a blue string attached. Gigi confirmed the news herself, saying, "Obviously we wish we could have announced it on our own terms, but we're very excited and happy and grateful for everyone's well wishes and support." Gigi and Zayn first sparked dating rumors in November of 2015, after they were seen leaving an AMA's after party together.
You don't know who
The
they are?
couple has
Really?
been dating on and off
Little
ever
singers.
since. After a split in January
Don't you like the way I say that?
2019,
Little singers.
Singers don't know.
That's why I played that, because now you get to know who they are. But they had a little baby as well. And so lots of babies in Hollywood, lots of babies across the U.S. as COVID-19 locked everybody down. And so welcome
December is
to
going to be a big month.
I think so.
What does Fred mean by this? My mom was looking for time and a half to raise me. Oh, that's funny. Like, time and a half pay. That's funny.
Time and a half pay.
But yeah, my brother-in-law said it's like right after COVID hit.
Yeah.
They were like getting more people coming in that were like, they used to get like 1 or 2 that per week that were pregnant. Now it was like 5, 6, and 7 a week.
I went with my daughter to her doctor's visit the other day, and there were so many pregnant women in the waiting room.
Can you say that?
I'm telling you, it's COVID. It's COVID. It's from that shelter in place time.
I'm bored.
There's going to be like the COVID baby boom. I know. I mean, yeah. I mean, you're
I'm bored.
You're hunkered down.
On my phone.
Well, here's a perfect scenario. You're hunkered down, and the only place that was open was the liquor store. So it's like grab a glass of wine, have a good time. Did I say that with my outside voice?
You said that with your outside voice.
And that was a good
Gail
rhyme.
said her
Look at
brot's
that, you're a
baby's
rhymer.
due in January.
You're a poet,
See?
Kathy.
Yeah.
Am I a poet and I didn't know
Karen
it?
for a second, but
No, I'm not a Karen.
So here's a fun thing. How about this? You got to talk a little bit about Dolly Parton when you talk about entertainment.
Oh, love
news,
her.
Right?
I love her.
So, quote, marrying millions, hot tub hell, Dolly's motel romance, and more.
What?
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Where'd you find this?
Entertainment news, I'm telling you. I mean, so if you want to get married, and evidently a lot have, and then also Dolly kind of talks about how she gets everybody in the mood, how she gets in the mood.
During COVID or just in general?
Oh, just for nightly
Just
pop.
in general. Okay, good times.
It's entertainment news. You know how that works.
I thought that was Barry White.
And a nightly pop. Well, maybe she puts Barry White on.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We
That's a
can't.
possibility.
Remember, we got in trouble for playing Barry White on
Oh, yeah, we did.
Valentine's
Yeah, we
Day
got in
from
trouble for that.
Facebook. Wah,
Oh.
I'll just have to sing them next time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Dolly's Motel, Romance, and More. There you go. Head out there, hot tub hell. Good luck with that. Marrying millions out there. So yeah, a lot in entertainment news. It blows me away how much we care about entertainment news. Because we sure report on it a
We,
lot.
meaning JP, Kathy, and the crew, we're not real big on it because neither one of you or I are really into that. I mean, I've got a few folks who I fangirl over. You know what I've noticed though? People aren't as star and celebrity obsessed as they were before COVID because a lot of these stars and celebrities were showing their, $5 million mansions and their food delivery and all this kind of stuff at the beginning of COVID, saying you should shelter in place like me. And I'm like, yeah, you can shelter in place in a different room in your home every night
day.
of the week.
Right.
I mean, give me a break. So I think people kind of got turned off to that. Plus, we've had to live without a new season of TV shows, without movies, without the. There's just not been the star. I don't see the obsession with stars being as strong as it was before COVID. I would love to know if the crew has noticed that. Kind of the same thing with athletes who are seen as celebrities. People are kind of like, get over yourself. This is the real world. And, and now some of them are having to deal with the real world themselves. I've heard there are stars who are selling their homes. And because if you go, if you're going a year without getting paid, millions upon millions of dollars for a movie, all of a sudden $20 million home note on that's pretty expensive.
It is. It's very expensive.
So I think it's I think COVID has really kind of opened people's eyes to what matters.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, well, and I think that may have been God's way of saying, "Hey, everybody,
Reboot.
put me back in your life."
Yeah, reboot.
Reboot.
Well, I'll tell you.
Reboot
what's important.
Can you hashtag reboot today?
Well,
JP?
I can. I'll go back and do it.
Hashtag
I'm
reboot.
I will.
hashtagging it in the comments.
Hashtag
right
reboot. So Demi Lovato has decided that she is done with soap star Max Eric.
Well, now, what soap is he on?
I don't know. I don't watch soap operas.
Who's
Doggone
Max
it.
Eric?
He's a soap opera star.
I'm looking him
Okay.
up.
So he sells soap?
Oh,
I don't know. I just don't.
Joan, where are
I
you?
just, I'm not.
Joan, I need
And
your
by the way,
help.
happy birthday, Joe.
Come slap. We're going to do it at the end. We got a
Oh, we're
surprise.
saving that at the end.
We got a
Yeah.
surprise.
Excellent.
Surprise
I
at the
love
end.
it. I
Joan,
love it.
come and slap Chuck upside the head.
Yeah, can you
Help me
ground
out.
him?
I'll see him
I know he's over 50, but can you please ground him?
So,
She still
know,
mothers me.
Wait, Max.
Oh, yeah,
what?
she
Talking
does.
back to about the mother.
Max Eric,
Yep.
EHRICH. So Demi Lovato and he were together, and he proposed marriage to her, and she flew off to Atlanta to film a new project, and that's when things started going downhill. They were arguing a lot. Demi didn't want him to go without her. She wanted him
There's
with her.
some tweet that I just pulled up. It said she didn't trust him.
Yeah, well, she didn't. And so mid-September, the star traveled to Atlanta to be close to him while he worked.
Oh, he's on The Young and the Restless. I
So
know
there
who
you
he
go.
is.
There's been a lot of tension, and Demi left him to get a clear head.
There you go.
There you
well,
go.
and
So there's that
she's
one
a
gone.
local girl. She's a
She is.
Dallas DFW girl, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, North Texas girl. And she struggled with
Depression.
with some mental illness and with weight issues and things of that nature, and has checked herself into facilities on several occasions. And I'm really proud of her. She's something that I like about her is she's been very open about body image. She's been very open about her mental health struggles, and that's what young girls need to see. Is that just because you see somebody airbrushed and filtered a million times on social media, that's not the real world. This is the real world, and I think she's able to serve as a true inspiration to younger girls to see that, hey, you know what, we all have struggles, and it's okay to ask for help.
And yes, but
So I
especially
always
since this month
respect
is
her for
Suicide
that.
Prevention Month, and I put the phone number again up on the screen
Thank you.
to help because we said we would different times.
Thank you.
So very interesting. She has lots of red flags, she says. She
Well,
even says he's sketchy.
You know
And
what?
so she's out.
And that's one of those things. If your gut tells you before you're about to get married, run, then run.
Yeah.
Then
I
just
wish-
run.
Wish I'd have had the running shoes.
JP, that was your outside voice.
Oh.
No.
Well, I'll tell you, we're not really taking a break. We're gonna play a little music, and we're gonna take about a minute.
Is it 8:15 already?
It is,
Yeah,
and
I can't believe that.
we're gonna kind of recoup, and so don't leave. We're staying live. But we're going to now transition over to sports. That's right. Remember, I was telling you, we've really tried to hone in here now. Kathy and I are reinventing ourselves on a second-by-second basis, it seems like.
We're not reinventing ourselves. We're too old to do that. We're reinventing the show, the way we produce our show.
However old people do it, that's how I'm doing it. I am reinventing myself. So we're going to play a little music for about a minute. Can we play the Randy Travis music? No, I'm just asking. Not for right
we
now.
Probably could.
Not for right. Where's Joan? Bring Joan.
We probably could, yes, but at this moment,
I didn't ask for this
No,
moment. Just
because
asking
I
in
haven't-
general.
he said, "Hey, play this." Oh, hey,
No, we're gonna play a little music.
Let's play
Charles
a movie.
does a very good job of just we throw stuff at him and he's like, okay.
I was just curious. It wasn't a.
I'm sure
really
we could.
paid
We
now.
probably would get flagged again, but then we have to do a dispute again all over
You
again.
think
and
so?
it's oh yeah,
It's
We need to
ridiculous.
run a test run on
Yeah,
that.
let's do that on one of our shows next week. It's supposed to be resolved
It's supposed to
because
be
they've got the
resolved.
I know
contract
it's supposed to
that
be
we signed
resolved,
with Mr.
but
Travis.
when you play another video, it probably flags it again because there's probably some sort of automated.
But after the
system.
fact, I wonder.
I was
I don't know.
I
Let's
was
see.
I was on under
Hopefully
the
they've
impression
updated
that
that.
it was resolved that
So
they
did I.
won't take us down for that. but-
Absolutely.
Hopefully they'll
I'll
have some
check
sort of
out my
flag on our
screenshots.
thing that says any Randy Travis songs will be fine.
If you ever want to see the real show for JP, Kathy, and the crew, join us at Facebook, join us at YouTube, and you can do
YouTube.
all of that
Ooh,
through
also on
Subscribe
YouTube
to
right now.
Linktree.
Oh, and yeah, help us. We're trying to get more
Yes,
subscriptions
let's
on
pull the
on
Linktree.
YouTube.
200. We're looking for 49 more.
Yep. So, is that all we need to get to 200?
49
Oh,
more.
good,
Well,
good,
actually,
good.
48 more. I think we had somebody else jump on last night.
Ooh, good, good.
So, yeah, join us there at Linktree, and you can join all our
Where'd it go?
social
There it
media.
goes.
And that's where the real show goes on anyways. You can go on and you can watch the conversation.
I
And
put
did
the link to
anybody
that.
watch
There it is,
the
Linktree /
Did anybody watch
JP,
the
Kathy, and
Punchline
crew.
Players last night?
Oh, my
Oh, yeah.
goodness.
Those kids and Crystal, they are so crazy talented.
They need awards.
And also, if you didn't catch the lawyer show with Jeremy Rosenthal and his buddy Bo yesterday, great show. Great show. I think they're going to have to do a the sequel or something because
the
they had so much to get to. A great show yesterday. So catch that
All
one
right.
too.
So we're going to take just like I said, stay right there. We're not going anywhere. You're going to be able to see us. But we're just getting ready for sports now as we get ready to kick off the sports segment. Okie dokie, we are back.
Hello. Hello. We didn't go anywhere, but hello.
We really didn't.
Happy Friday.
It's pumpkin spice latte month.
There you go.
You know, I've already had a bunch of them.
October.
You're a pumpkin spice person.
I am.
They do it early, I guess.
I'm not necessarily a big old pumpkin spice. I don't
putting
get
up
the
Christmas in
obsession with
July.
it.
Fall.
But we're going to wait at the end of the show at 8:45. Stay tuned because we want to get your input from the crew. Very interesting. I mean, they've done pumpkin spice with just about everything.
They're making a cold frappuccino.
Well, I
now.
guess it's the fall for the
This is
different seasons, right? Sitting out in the cold, you got to have something.
Yeah,
to
but
keep you
pumpkin
warm.
spice has its own life and its own lane and its own hashtag. So, anyways, stay tuned after sports, which JP is about to kick off. We're going to talk about a very unique pairing of pumpkin spice with something where I was shaking my head. I heard about it and had to call you immediately because I couldn't text while I was driving.
What was I doing? I remember I texted you and said I can't talk right now.
And I said, just listen to the voicemail.
Oh, I may have been
jacked up.
I was doing something. I don't remember what I was doing.
I don't know.
I was busy though.
No.
Anyways, so also tune in, and if you're a Gura, I need you to get your mom on the phone at about 8:50, 8:55. A little special tribute to mom.
Please.
So if John,
if you're
listening,
a Gura,
yes.
a Gura.
yeah, a Gura.
There you
Gura.
go.
Yeah.
And there's not many of us around.
There's
here.
only about 100 of you in the immediate family,
like
for goodness
9,000
sakes.
of
Yeah,
y'all,
whatever.
please.
I've seen the family pictures. It grows.
Please.
So, Michael, if you're listening, or Debbie, if you're listening, or Kathy, or Tim, or Chrissy, or John, I like that, John or John. Call mom. Tell her 8:55. Come on, we got a special thing for her. All right.
Love it.
So here we go. It is sports time here on JP, Kathy, and the crew. We're going to jump right into the political side of it, though.
Oh, okay.
We're jumping right
I
into
thought we were going to
politics.
start with this because you were
I
there
gotta take
Wednesday.
that overlay off because I forgot.
No. Do what?
There we go. I had to take the overlay off.
Oh, well, thank you for doing that.
Ew.
So, no. I remember I said I want to kick off with Charles Barkley.
That's right.
I
Yep, 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 yep.
love me some Charles
We're
Barkley.
big old fans.
This guy is something else. He and Shaquille O'Neal jump on the same bandwagon. What's that bandwagon? Well, you know what? This Louisville thing, don't really know if I can jump out there against the police. Her boyfriend was shooting at the police in their home. You know, maybe we need to look at the no-knock warrants as a potential, could there be an issue there? There's times when we need them, times when we don't need them. So, yeah, he gets out there on the inside the NBA crew on TNT and decides he's going to make a statement. Charles Barkley was on to say that Breonna Taylor, not the same as George Floyd or an Ahmaud Arbery.
Well, the thing is, the people who are so angry, and again, this is when you go on emotions versus the facts, which when you're in a court of law, that's when the facts and statistics and things about what happened actually come out. The people in the streets who are upset, and it's a devastating loss. A beautiful, bright girl, EMT, had her whole life in front of her. Nobody's disagreeing that is not an utter and complete tragedy, the loss of her life. But you can't take the facts and make it sound like 3 police officers went to that apartment with the intent to shoot a black woman. They were acting like it was, premeditated murder.
And they didn't.
And it was, and that
not.
wasn't the case.
No.
And again, but that I don't understand, JP, and I'm gonna turn it back over to you. Why can't we be upset about the tragedy of you losing this young, bright woman? And not make it an issue about the police going out trying to murder a black person. Why can't we? Why
ready?
can't those be separated?
Presidential election.
Yeah, you're right.
Presidential election. This was written
You're
on
right,
by
you're
Horowitz. Horowitz wrote on this a long time ago
Yep.
about the fact that there would be riots.
He's got a new book out.
He does. And
I
I'm
want
gonna-
to grab that this
well,
weekend.
I'm going to try to get him on the show next week or the week after.
Oh, and I want an autographed copy of that book.
I've got to call into his
Please,
publicist.
please, and thank you.
Well, we'll try.
Yeah,
but
I can't
it's
wait to
interesting
read that
how
book.
he points out that there's just this big movement to destroy the election coming up. So very interesting. And we'll talk about that on Politic Wednesday. But so what did what exactly did Charles Barkley say? He said Thursday's game between the Lakers and the Nuggets, Barkley said that Taylor's case shouldn't be lumped in with killings of George Floyd and Arbery. He pointed to Taylor's boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, firing on the plainclothes Louisville police officers that were executing a no-knock search warrant as a reason why. And then Shaquille O'Neal also jumped onto that as well. And when you're shooting at police and you're kind of in the middle of that fire, I just don't see it either. I don't think this one was like George Floyd or Arbery and things like that Barkley began. I feel sad that this young lady lost her life. I think this one was the no-knock warrant is something we need to maybe get rid of across the board, but I am worried to lump all these situations in together. He continued, I just feel bad that the young lady lost her life, but we do have to take into account that her boyfriend shot at the cops and shot a cop. So like I say, even though I'm really sorry she lost her life, I just don't think we can put this in the same situation as George Floyd or Arbery. And of course, Shaquille O'Neal says, I agree with Charles. This one is sort of lumped in. O'Neal said you have to get a warrant signed, and some states do allow no-knock warrants. Fred's pointed out, by the way, before you go, that Shaquille O'Neal is also a reserve peace officer in Florida.
I did not know that, and I think that is absolutely wonderful. Let me tell you, you have Shaquille O'Neal's telling you to stand down, or here, hey, you're getting ready to get a ticket or something. Boy, I'm listening. I think his foot, the size of his feet are taller than me in my entirety. Here's in the no knock. This may be a whole nother discussion for another day, but that the no knock warrant, I can see, and I would assume there may be some situations where you need to tighten up the rules on that. But I'm sorry, there are situations where you don't need a knock.
Right.
If you're busting a sex trafficking ring, where
you're not knocking.
I'm sorry. I want you to bust that door down. I want you to go in there guns blazing. I want you to get those kids who have been stolen from their families and get them out.
So here's the thing.
So
right?
That you can't it can't be all or nothing on this.
And there's probable cause. There's an affidavit that was sent to the judge that's like Shaquille O'Neal has said, to have that warrant signed to show that there was good reason to believe that whatever was going on in that house is going on. And so they go in without a knock because the knock would cause bigger issues, right? Shaquille O'Neal goes on to say, and everyone was asking for murder charges. When you talk about murder, you have to show intent. A homicide occurred, and we're sorry a homicide occurred. When you have a warrant signed by the judge, you are doing your job, and I would imagine that you would fire back. So, and again, he's talking about the boyfriend firing at them and shooting a police officer.
Right. Well,
let's not forget that too.
It's Barkley, not murder. They did not go in there with the intent. They probably didn't even know that young lady was there.
Right. Well, it's her house. So they may have known that she was there, but she she lives in a drug neighborhood. Like everybody knows that every house there is doing drugs at some point. So, I don't know if I guess I don't know that I have a problem with that. So here's the thing. Barkley goes on to say, because he's continued to react to the Breonna Taylor indictment decision, and he talked about the fact that we don't need to defund the police. In fact, a direct quote is Charles Barkley's reaction to Breonna Taylor's case: dismiss defund the police as crap. We don't need to defund the police.
And that's Charles Barkley saying that.
Charles Barkley saying that.
Yep.
So now
well, look what has happened to New York. People are leaving in droves. Crime is back at an all-time high. People are afraid to go out on the streets. Well, guess what? They took $1 billion out of the police, budget. They canceled the entire new class that was there, up and coming.
And then you saw the sign
Look
that
at
people
Austin.
painted
Look at
on
Austin. What's happening
for Cuomo and De Blasio?
Right.
They painted a sign for them in yellow.
Yeah, DeClanio. So here's what he said about
Something
defunding
like
the police.
Right.
He says, I hear these fools on TV talking about defund the police and things like that. We need police reform and prison reform and things like that because who ain't going to defund the cops? White neighborhoods and rich neighborhoods. So that notion that they keep saying that, I'm like, wait a minute. Who are black people supposed to call? Ghostbusters? When we have a crime in our neighborhoods? We need police reform. Like I say, white people, especially rich white people, they're always going to have cops. So we need to stop that defund or abolish the cops crap, he said.
Don't cross the streams.
Huh?
Don't
Oh,
Said
yeah.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
Don't cross the
Ghostbusters.
streams.
Dogs
Jeez.
and cats living
Again,
together.
Joan.
Yeah.
I need your mother to get on her
It's
walker
funny.
and walk right in the back door. And
I
smack you
got
upside the
it.
back of the
I
head.
got it. I think it's funny. That's why.
It's funny.
Do you remember dogs and cats living together? That's
But
where I get
yes,
one of those
you're exactly
my
right.
favorite lines from. Ghostbusters.
Who are they going to call?
Yeah. Who are they going to call? And, and again, Charles Barkley is very clear about this. And it's like you said, white rich neighborhoods aren't going to not have cops. And who are the black people supposed to call? Ghostbusters? We need cops as well. So then from another sports figure, and again, I don't get this because Herschel Walker is normally fairly conservative. But Herschel Walker applauds Biden over Louisville violence response and challenges Harris.
Who is this now?
Herschel Walker.
Challenges who?
Kamala Harris.
Oh, Kamala Harris.
In her
I thought you said
response.
heiress. Sorry,
No,
I couldn't.
Harris.
My
Harris.
headset cut
Well,
out.
is he
Oh,
saying,
I
I
was
didn't
like,
read the
heiress.
full article. Did it say that
I love
that
Herschel
Biden
Walker.
was challenging Harris or what?
No, Herschel Walker is.
Challenging Harris.
I believe that's
But what
it
did
is.
Biden say?
So we'll have to go through that further. So,
Okay.
but the former NFL star questioned whether or not Senator Kamala Harris, Biden's running mate, would keep her vow of bailing out those accused of rioting during the protests.
There you go.
And so, so it doesn't make any
Good
sense.
question.
But Herschel Walker goes on to tweet. He says, it's great that Joe Biden denounced the violence, but his running mate was advocating to bail rioters out. At Kamala Harris. Do you still plan on doing that? If not, what do you think of people? Oh, I don't get this. If not, what do you think of people who are? Oh, what do you think of people who are doing it?
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. And so Herschel Walker, I guess, and I'm assuming President Trump has probably said it's not good to have violence. And so I think that was more of a shot at Kamala Harris than anything else.
Yeah, I'd have to see. I mean, that's kind of taken out of context. I don't know where it is. I know from Herschel Walker's speech at the Republican National Convention, which was just a phenomenal speech, and then he got slammed the next day. Oh, he's really not black. Okay, seriously, Herschel Walker is a law-abiding individual. He's an individual who's been friends with President Trump for decades.
37 years.
Yeah, I mean, they go way, way back.
Yeah.
And he's a patriotic individual who loves his country, who knows how much he's gained from being born and raised in America.
Well, and I think, again, that's why I said I believe Walker, this is more of a shot at Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
Because this is what Biden's statement was. Even amidst the profound grief and anger, today's decision-generated violence is never and can never be the answer. Those who engage in it must be held accountable. Jill and I are keeping the officers shot tonight in Louisville in our prayers. We wish them both a swift and full recovery. So that's more of a conservative statement. See, I think what he's saying is that, hey, Joe, we appreciate the fact you didn't take the leftist side of this like AOC and come out screaming and yelling like a Marxist communist would. You actually
Can't scream and yell from a basement.
Well, right. But he actually came out and backed the blue on that deal. But then you got Kamala Harris saying, we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring everybody, bail everybody out of jail.
Yeah, don't even.
And again, so that was the shot at Kamala Harris. And then, of course, the president, and we're going to segue now into sports. The big deal was that Herschel Walker says, hey, man, we want to thank the president for bringing the Big Ten back into college football, baby.
There you go.
There you go.
And there's that.
And then there's that. So let's go ahead and segue into college football. Just to give you a heads up, if you happen to see him sneak into the screen, we're going to have the commissioners, not the commissioners, probably parts of me. This is these are the guys, or the chairmans of the Paper Football League that we're going to be kicking off here. By the way, we have voted in unanimously as a 12-member board that Michelle Butler will be our commissioner.
Dun, 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 dun,
Dun, dun, dun, dun.
dun, 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 dun.
So
Yay,
women
Michelle.
rising in sports. Isn't that exciting?
Well, she was our commissioner for March Madness, and she was the commissioner of our fantasy football league last year, right?
Right.
Yeah,
She
so
was.
we're big on that.
We are. So Michelle
We promote
Butler.
hot chicks.
We do. We need a little music for this.
Join JP, Kathy, and the crew
With
where
hot
we
chicks.
promote hot chicks.
Ooh. Now, what does
Michelle's
that
a
mean?
good-looking girl. You got to admit.
Will they
so.
wear an outfit like you did when you did your sidekicks cheerleading?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I still want a picture of that.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
What?
Lord have mercy.
Really? Now, I have a question,
It was
Chuck.
appropriate. It was just
What's that?
very little.
Do you think if we were to play the Texas Fight song,
Do you have it on your? Do you
That
have it on
they'll
your
shut it
computer?
down.
I do.
That they'll shut
Oh.
it down. Yeah.
Do you think they'll shut us down?
Maybe I can do like 5 seconds.
Let's do 5
y'all
seconds.
can sing it?
Maybe I can do 5 seconds.
Sing it,
Let's do
JP.
5
You
seconds.
know it.
Try it.
Shall we do 5 seconds? Hold on.
Try it.
Let's try. There we go. And it's goodbye to A&M. Texas fight, and we'll be. Oh, what'd you talk about? Put it over one more win. Texas fight for it's Texas
you're
that we
playing too
love.
much about music.
Hey, oh, the
Let him
gang's
sing
all
it.
here, and it's goodbye to all the rest.
Hullabaloo, connect, hullabaloo, connect. Goodbye to
Wha-
Texas
whatever.
University.
And here we go.
Here we go. So we're going to get our Paper Football League chairmans of the board here to get up in the front of you. They're going to do a little demonstration of the Paper Football League as we get ready to bring that on. And again,
Of the
Michelle
fanciness
Butler
that
will be our
is.
commissioner. While they're doing that, though, some big news. Guess what? Everybody decided in college football, the Big Five, too much money to lose. Our universities can't afford to go broke. We need to have college football.
You know, it's funny. I was like, when the rubber hits the road on that is going to be when they realize the financial loss.
Yeah. Well, the Pac-12 figured it out. The CEO group on Thursday represents an official reversal after the conference announced in early August it would postpone all sports until at least January the 1st, citing health concerns. They have now decided that, you know what, we're going to play a 7-game season. And so the Pac-12 will play up until college football playoffs so they can be a part of that conversation.
Oh.
So how exciting is that? They're going to be a part of that conversation. And can you put that on the, there you go, Charles, on the big screen back there?
What do you want to see?
The footballs.
The footballs.
When you guys get ready to play football.
Oh, okay,
here.
okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I can do that.
So, but yeah, so the Pac-12 is going to jump
I can't
in.
put it on the big screen.
Oh, that's
'cause
right.
it's
You're
not
not,
on my.
you're not
Oh,
connected. That's
gotcha.
right.
That's not that kind of connection.
Right.
Well, then just show that image.
So the
on our whole
Pac-12
screen.
will join the Big Ten. The Big Ten starts their season October 24th. The Pac-12 has announced that they will start their season in November. All their games will be done by December 18th so that the selection committee can choose the 4 playoffs.
Yeah, that's a short. It's just
You
so
stop
weird
sharing-
how
were you
everything's so short.
Were you wanting to share your screen, Kathy? or
Oh,
something?
not yet. No.
Oh,
That's
okay,
what.
okay.
That's when we do the pumpkin
it-
spice story.
Okay, but I couldn't get it up.
Oh,
So, anyways,
wanna help
the
Kathy
Big
change?
12. So
Share
the
her
Big
screen.
12, Kathy, and
so share this screen or share this camera.
Share the screen.
That's what I did wrong.
Wah,
Oh,
wah.
there you go. Womp womp. Sorry.
okay, are we ready to get back to the
Oh, and I'm
Sorry,
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 JP.
Yeah, can we get back to the show now? I mean, you know,
What?
Trying to have a good
What
show.
about
we're trying to have
Big
it
12?
evidently resolved. Yeah, the Big 12. What?
Big 12?
Hello?
What?
What? Big 12?
Big who?
Who? 12 what?
Goodness
Apostles?
gracious.
What?
Yeah, apostles? So what we do know is that the Big 12 did not lose out. They jumped in at the very beginning. The ACC did not lose out. They jumped on in the very beginning. And again, I promise you that the Pac-12 and the Big 10 are watching these and going, wait a minute, these guys are getting all the commercials. Wait a minute, these guys are getting all the TV time.
It comes down to dollars and cents.
Marshall was prime time television against Appalachian State and ranked number 25 in the country. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Marshall shouldn't be.
No, but do you ever hear
I wish we had a
that?
camera on this. Chance is back there stretching his back,
for paper
his hip for
football.
paper football. I mean, this is intensity here. Chuck, I hope you're ready.
how
He's got his
serious
Venturex
we are.
jersey
There you go.
on.
Let's see.
All right, show him some stretches there, Chance.
There you go,
Chance is getting
Chance.
ready. He's,
Where is he? Where
see,
is
there
he?
he
There
goes.
we
He's
go.
working out. See, he's
I
doing.
love it.
There he is. He was doing some of that movement there.
No, you gotta get that.
So so
gotta
Chance.
get
Yeah, you
Oh, and
get
now
this
Chuck is
stretch.
working out his hands. See, Chuck
Stretch.
thinks he's got the stretch going on.
You gotta get that.
So here we're getting ready to debut our chairmans of the board here for Paper Football. But real quick, guess who's joining the football ranks this weekend? And football's going to play the SEC. That's right. You're going to get to see some SEC football. Florida and Mississippi are going to tip off at 11 o'clock. Florida's ranked number 5 in the country. The University of Central Florida ranked 13th. We'll take on East Carolina. Again, good game there. But the football game of the week may be, and I said this last week, Kathy, it may very well be that Kentucky-Auburn game. Or the Louisville-Pittsburgh game. Kentucky takes on number 8 Auburn tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Kansas State takes on number 3 Oklahoma. That should be Snoresville there. Georgia Southern
Unless
takes
you're
on.
an alum, and maybe it's not, and that's fun.
So Georgia Southern takes on number 19 LA Lafayette. It's going to be interesting to see too as the Pac-12 comes back into this and the SEC kicks off this weekend. Will we see teams like Marshall and teams like LA Lafayette drop out of the top 25?
It'll be interesting. And, you know, Elizabeth said Pac-12 thought everyone would follow their lead. I think she's right.
Oh, I do too. But those
You know?
granola-eating, paper bag-loving fools, yeah.
Charge me 15 cents for a plastic bag, will ya?
Yeah, that'll be the last time you fools do that. Don't make Kathy mad. That's right. So, and then, of course, number 8, Texas takes on Texas Tech in Lubbock. Number 6, LSU will face off with Mississippi State. So some big games this weekend. Number 22, Army will face off with number 14, Cincinnati. That could also be another game of the week right there if you want to catch a good game. Oklahoma State versus West Virginia. Number 4, Georgia and Arkansas. Snoresville on that one. Number 2, Alabama will take on Missouri. Snoresville on that one as well. Tomorrow at 6 p.m., that game will head off. Now, here's a game that could be interesting. Number 10, Texas A&M taking on Vanderbilt. This will be at Texas A&M. So this will be in Aggieland. You know, here's my thing, though. How do you energize a football team that's used to having yell practice the night before with 100,000 people in the stadium?
It's, you know, everything's just so different.
Are they going to do like a virtual yell practice?
It's so,
Charles,
it's
you're
not-
an
it's
Aggie.
not-
Talk
it's
to
not
me.
I don't know what they're
same.
doing. I don't know what they've been doing.
See, and that's just not the same. I don't know. I just, you know.
I know my nephew's down there.
Having been in drill team both in high school and college and being such a big part of all, you know, the high school, college football experience and sports experience, I feel bad for the kids who are involved in these extracurricular activities.
Right.
They're just getting ripped off, man. They're just getting ripped off.
I mean, they're still getting their scholarships for academics.
yeah,
though.
I get it,
I
but you know
mean-
what? That's part of that's part of what makes you who you are as an adult, and that's like you don't get a redo. Like you don't go out and try out for the drill team or the cheer squad or the football team when you're 55.
Right.
You can't recreate that moment in
Hey,
time.
You could,
Why can't
Kathy.
I?
Oh, God bless you. Yeah,
Kathy's a cutie. She could. So I want to say
I
good
think
morning
that
to
ship
Derek
has sailed says
Drake.
my left knee.
I want to say good morning to Derek Drake as well, Shay's
Good
brother.
morning.
And happy
Oh,
belated
good
birthday to
morning.
him.
Hey, Derek.
So,
And happy belated birthday to Elizabeth.
yes. Well, we did
And
give her.
good
We, no,
morning,
we,
meet Joe Black.
we happy birthdayed her.
Oh, we did. We did happy birthday.
We happy
her.
birthdayed her.
that is a verb.
That is a verb.
Happy birthday.
So
her.
next week, I think your game of the week, no doubt about it, depending on how both do this week, will be number 10, Texas A&M taking on number 2, Alabama. That should be a big game, huge forecast. Going to talk a lot about that game next week. May even try to get a hold of a couple of the coaches and players to come on by Zoom and talk about what they think that game means heading into the playoff season in December. Yes,
Hey,
Charles?
I was just going to say, what about lunch today?
Oh, Venture X.
Well, go ahead, Charles.
Adventure X.
We'll knock it out of the park as I'm doing
Well,
sports.
yeah, talk to Chance about it. Tell Chance to talk about it.
Well, we'll have him come on and talk about it.
Okay.
Come on, Chance.
Oh, right now?
Well, right now or in a minute? In a minute.
In a minute.
When we right before the pregame.
I
That'll
think
be
so.
part of the pregame.
That's part of the pregame. And we can put you guys on the air right back there. So, real quick, let's get over to the NHL. No good news there for if you're a Dallas fan. Of course, I was actually at the game.
You were at AAC. Well, you were at.
I saw
you
you
were
there.
where it
Don't
should be. You weren't in the bubble,
Don't
dude.
ruin
People
it.
know
Don't
it. They
ruin
saw
it. I
you
flew
there.
to Edmonton. Oh.
There was nobody in
They
the
did?
stands in Edmonton, which I think is a big mistake. But anyways, that's a whole nother story. But how much fun did you have there?
You know
And
what?
How
It
much
was-
more fun could it have been if they
If they had
won?
won it. Here's the funny part. We go to dinner downtown Dallas, right
Yeah.
across from Clyde Warren Park, right? Had a great dinner, by the way. And the waiter and everybody's like, "Go Stars!" 'Cause I'm wearing my Stars shirt that Courtney got me, right?
And
Courtney's got
I
hers.
loved your shirt.
Thank
Not
you.
your mask, but your shirt.
Right. And so here's the humor. You ready for the humor in this? They all ask me, "What's the score going to be?" I'm like, 5-2. Well, so we get into this. We get in there,
God,
right?
Don't
We're
put
going.
that out there.
Well, are you ready for this? So Michelle looks over at me. She goes, "You're never calling a score again."
Never.
She goes,
I
"You
agree.
need to hush."
Agree.
I said, "I called it right, 5-2, just the wrong way." I mean, but yeah, it was ugly. There was no offense at all for the Dallas Stars. In the second period, 82% of the puck time was played on the defensive end of the Dallas Stars. They never really got to set up. Power plays were horrible. I think that they were 1 of 4, 1 of 5 on power plays. Defensively, they just never had a chance. Tampa Bay looked like they had
It's
8.
like they've got our number. It's like they're in our heads or something.
Well,
like
they
Monday
were last
Monday
night.
night was bad. Wednesday night was bad.
Yeah.
I've sworn off all Victory 2020 political strategy planning meetings because Monday I was on a Zoom call before I watched the game and while I was watching the game. And then Wednesday night I was actually up at headquarters. So I have already told the powers that be that if we do go into a Monday night game, I will not be partaking in any political things because maybe that's what's jacking them up. Because I'm so superstitious about all this crazy stuff.
Are you wearing your socks?
Well, no, my hat. Because remember, the Dallas Cowboys are the socks. The Dallas Stars are
Right.
the hat. So, I mean, this is what's crazy. Monday, when we come back in studio, JP, if
We
Dallas
could be
doesn't get
out.
it together, the season could be over tomorrow night.
That is correct.
And I thought, God, and I had all these visions of us sweeping them, and I'm like, oh, even the commentators are expecting a sweep. Blah blah blah. Well, I'm not bragging. I'm not jinxing us again like that.
Yeah, not so much.
We've got to get it together. So
We
tonight,
do.
and tomorrow night, come on, go Stars, go.
So here's your big star of the game, in my opinion, with Tampa Bay. Right, your big star of the game was their big forward, number 91, coming back from injury and lighting them up from the very beginning. Steven Stamkos gets off with a goal, only plays 2 minutes and 37 seconds, but within the first minute and a half, was able to put a puck in the net, and I think that's what kicked it off and pretty much sunk the Stars' ship from that point forward. The Stars in the first period were really hot, though. I mean, they were on the goal, on the net. They were shooting the puck, but just couldn't get anything to come about. The score was 2-1 at the end of the first period. So I think that your puck goes to, again, returning forward Stamkos for the Lightning. I think your goalie in Vasilevsky does a great job. He had 22 saves, 91% on the save count there. Only gave up 2 goals in the entire game. But again, didn't have much to deal with in the second and third period. So the Dallas Stars, however, on their end, oh boy, do they need Bishop back in a big, big way. Of course,
We've
they
gotta
showed
get
a
our head in
picture.
the game tonight.
Yeah, they do. You got to put it out there for Kubanin. I mean, he did really. He was getting hammered, Kathy. I mean, hammered. I mean, so they take him out at the end of the second period, bring in Dettinger at the beginning or Oettinger, pardon me, at the beginning of the third period. They just only got 3 shots. Tampa Bay did not try to run the score up. At the end of the third period, he only had 3 shots on goal, and but by that time the damage was already done and it was over. And so 5-2. The Dallas Stars lose. Of course, there's another chance. Game. Oh, look at that. Another chance.
Oh.
That was kind of funny. I'm being pundish on Friday. Charles, I'm
You
surprised
could take a
did-
chance.
I love it.
Yeah, I was waiting for you, Charles. I was shocked that you hadn't come about yet. So game 4 is today, 7 p.m. The Stars will be the home team up there in Edmonton. And so I do recommend the AAC. It was fun.
Yeah,
They
it
did
looked
it.
like y'all had a blast.
They did it perfect.
Yep.
And it was just a good time to get out and have a good time.
Go
All right.
Stars, go.
Go Stars, go. NFL news. Let's get that out of the way real quick because I really don't care to talk about it. I don't. And by the
Go
way,
ahead.
a disclaimer is I will not watch any games. However, I will read about the NFL and what's going on. Of course, your games this week, you've got the Miami Dolphins played yesterday with the Jaguars, embarrassed the Jaguars, 31-13. 49ers and Giants will face off Sunday at 12 with Washington playing the Browns.
There you go.
Just Washington.
Yeah, keep on going.
Yeah, just
Keep on
Washington.
going.
Eagles and Bengals will kick off at noon as well. Game I'm really interested in looking at, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think it's going to be much of a game at all, but I really want to see the Raiders. I want to see what they've looked pretty
You
sharp.
want to read about the Raiders.
I'm going to read about them. I think they're going to smoke the Patriots 30 points. I mean, easily. I don't think the Patriots have a
We
chance.
shall see.
Yep, don't think they have a chance. Bears and Falcons, that should be Snoresville. They're both those teams looking sad at the beginning. Rams and Bills, that should be a good game. Panthers and Chargers. Back to Snoresville on that one as well. Of course, the Dallas Cowboys will face off with the Seattle Seahawks. Cowboys are 1-1. Dak Prescott not picking up any fans or friends right now, though. So very interesting how that's all coming together for the Dallas Cowboys. But again, I think the Seahawks are going to take this game. I don't think the Cowboys are going to have a very good season. I just think things are not looking good. And you can catch all of that on Sunday between 12, 3, and 7:15 when the Chiefs face off with the Ravens. That was for you, Michelle. All right. Major League Baseball. Guess what? I've got really great news for the Texas Rangers.
What?
They don't make the playoffs. Woo!
Why is that great news?
Guess what else? The Rangers aren't going to be in the World Series. Woo!
Why is that great news?
Because they were the worst team in Major League Baseball this year, which means, guess what? Hold it. Guess what? They get the number 1 pick.
Yeah, and that's how 2021 is our year. I'm still holding on to that.
The
So
Rangers
they just didn't have
I'm
100
still
games. They
holding
needed that
on to
100th
that.
game
They
to
needed
start
100
turning things around.
Yeah. Well, it didn't happen for them. Dodgers are on fire. Dodgers beat down the Athletics 5-1. Cardinals also on fire, beat down the Brewers 4-2. The Rangers take a big hit in the head from the Astros 12-4. Yeah. I just shake my head, Kath.
That's what I'm doing the whole time you're reporting. Shaking my head, shaking
So
my
that's
head.
Major League Baseball. I think that's enough on Major League Baseball. I
There
don't
you
think
go.
we need to talk about any more of that. But we do get the number 1 pick. So there you go with that. And now I think it's time for a little paper football. So
For the real deal.
the
in
real deal.
sports.
So JP, Kathy, and the crew, we're going to be kicking off the Paper Football League. I think we're going to have our rules written this week, and we've got our commissioner in place. We've got our board in place, and we're going to start putting together different gifts or prizes for joining the league. So you want to make sure you're a big part of what we're doing here at JP, Kathy, and the crew and Venture X at the Frisco Studios, because we're doing cool stuff. Chance, what are the cool things that we're doing?
So one of the coolest things we're doing now, every Friday we're having lunch brought in and all the crew members are welcome to come in. So we have Shawarma Bar from Legacy Hall
Can't
providing
wait.
lunch today. Good stuff. So they're our sponsor this week, so we want to get a shout out to them. They are available on Grubhub. I know there's still a few people out there that are worried about COVID.
Yep.
So
Yep.
you can get lunch delivered from Grubhub from those guys. And for the crew, you guys, just know you can come out after the show. We have lunch every Friday. It's a great networking event.
It's always a blast. There's
so
always
it's
a ton
always
of cool
fun. So
people out here.
Come
We
out,
always have a
come
great
out and
time.
hang out with us, and we'll have a good time.
All right, there you go.
Love it.
So again, it's right there, Shawarma Bar in Legacy Hall. If you don't get out today to have lunch with us, and of course lunch is free. It's
Yeah.
on us. So Venture X has worked that out with the sponsors that are going to come in and provide lunch on Fridays. But come and join us here at Venture X Frisco Studios. Just put it in your map. Put it in your map app, and it'll get you right here. No questions asked, no problems. But
let us know you're coming out. Ping us. Let us know you're coming out.
yeah,
We'll
because we stick
around.
around normally. All right, so then we've got
Yeah,
paper
those brats
football.
were great last week.
Yes, they were. They were
So
very good.
So good.
So, Chuck, are you ready? Are you and your paper football ready to go? Because we're ready to put
I
you
think
on.
we are.
All
Well, let's
right.
do this. All right. So here we go. Do we have any? You're going to play our theme music in the background? That we won't
I think we
get
need
to.
to hear the roar of the crowd.
Dun, dun, dun. I don't know.
No, the stuff
let's
that you
just
play
do,
for the
let's
show.
let's do the roar of the
Like
crowd.
that, like background music. See? Oh, there you go. Roar of the crowd. There you go.
And the crowd. Yeah, do
Yeah,
the fake
there we go.
crowd like they're doing for sports.
All right, Chuck, you can't do it from your chair. You're going to have to get up.
Yes, I know. I've got to get.
Chances, he's warming up. Chances got his fingers down there. Oh, he's warming up. He's practicing his
Oh, hey.
flicking.
The shot.
There, he's going to
And
flick.
Fred said
There,
he can
he's
start
practicing.
coming to the
getting the
Venture
shot.
X Friday lunches.
All right, Fred, come on to the Friday. So there you
Fred
go.
said he can start coming next week.
Chance is warming up. He's already hit the pole once. Oh, that may have been an opportunity right there. That could be good. All right, so here we go. We
All
got
right.
Chuck facing off a Chance.
Charles, let's see you.
No entry fee, by the way. So you get 2 hits. I guess that doesn't work. You come back. Oh, you got to play from the spot. He said, see, the rules are happening as they're happening, see.
Oh,
This
we're
is
making
why we
them
have-
up as we go along.
Yeah, Chuck is making up the rules, see. And now, so those are Chuck's rules. So he got 2
I
hits,
don't know
he
about
says.
that. Is that legit?
He says 2 hits. There's 1 hit. Now Chance gets to go again. Let's see if he can. Oh, he flubbed the football. That was a
I
fumble.
thought you were supposed to flick it.
Only on the field goal chance after the extra point. See, this is you got to shuffle the football to the edge of the table.
I'm
see?
going to be horrible at this.
And he gets another shot at
I
this.
predict
Chuck
I
says.
lose every single game.
See again, he does a short pass turned over on 4th down. So it's 1st and 10 for Chuck, and Chuck goes out
and
of
you
bounds.
don't want it to go off the table.
You do not want to go off the table.
Hey, do y'all remember the metal football thing? The
Yes,
metal
that was fun.
vibrating
All
and
right,
the shaky thing?
so it's 1st and 10 from the 30. And let's see. Oh, Chance only gets it down to the red zone. Doesn't get any points out of that. Chuck's Second down and 10 from the 30. And Chuck only goes 2 yards. It's fourth down. Turnover to Chance. Chance has got it back. Chance gets down to the 42-yard line.
Oh, good commentating.
Chance is... Oh, we got a score! We've got a score! Now he's got to make the extra point. Let's see if he can do it. He was practicing. He hit the pole earlier. Let's see what's he going to do. Is the pressure is going to be a timeout call? That's going to be the question. And the extra point is it was right. I couldn't tell the so 6-0. So this is what you're going to have. We will have the rules laid out so Charles doesn't make them up as he goes along.
That's what I'm
so he can
concerned
win.
about. I'm
so
like,
we
wait
will
a second.
have that taken care of. Get your team name ready. Get ready to get excited about playing paper football. We'll have games on here. We'll have food up here as well. Wear your favorite jersey. I'm going to have a jersey made. I've already got my name.
I've already got the Angry Unicorns that Michelle and her daughters made for me. That's one of my favorite T-shirts.
Pittsburgh War Rats.
That was your name. That's always your fantasy football
That's always
name.
my fantasy football name. Have you ever seen a war rat? They are nasty, mean-looking suckers. Who doesn't want a war rat? So... All right, so there we go. That's the demonstration. We appreciate it. Woo! Give a big hand to Charles and Chance.
Times.
Nope, he did not score. So the game ends with Chance winning 6-0. Charles, you're done. No, Charles. We got to go back to the show, Charles.
Congratulations. Yeah, we got to get to our pumpkin spice story.
Well, Charles is dying to kick a field goal. Let's see if Charles can do it. Nope, off to the right.
Wide right.
No taco buenos, I like to say. Want to thank Chance for doing that again. Come join us for lunch today. Shawarma will be up here from Legacy Hall. And every Friday, you can join us here at Venture X for lunch, and we'll join with you. All right, pumpkin spice has hit the Metroplex. I've already had a pumpkin spice frappuccino. I've already had a pumpkin spice muffin with cream cheese. I've already had a hot pumpkin spice latte.
Yeah.
Oh, girl.
See, you're a big
All
pumpkin
I need are my
spice.
fingernails painted.
So you love it. Like, you love it when August starts pumpkin spice season.
Yes.
You're real big on that. You love all that kind of
Oh,
flavored
Gail
stuff.
Meek said paper dolls.
I love that. I'm like, yes, you girls go. So, okay, so here's the thing, and can you bring up my screen?
Well, are you there yet? Okay, you got it.
Okay, so Kraft macaroni and cheese. Now, this is in Canada. And I love Kraft macaroni and cheese. Have very fond memories on living off of that in college. My kids loved it growing up. Big fan of Kraft macaroni and cheese. Just
Me too.
plain Kraft macaroni and
I
cheese.
put mustard in mine.
Just plain Kraft macaroni and cheese. But here's the scoop. When it comes to adding pumpkin spice, and you can go ahead and take that down, Charles. When it comes to adding pumpkin spice, and let me tell you the flavors that are going to be in this. They've got, where am I on this? Dun, 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 dun. Mac and cheese. Okay. So, and this is only in Canada, and it's only for a limited time, but they are doing, where did it go? Oh, here it is. Okay. So it's going to have cinnamon. So along with the classic cheese powder, it's going to have cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice, and ginger. And I'm okay with mixing some sweet and savory things. I'm good with certain things. I just don't know in any scenario if pumpkin spice and Kraft cheese powder macaroni and cheese goes together. Somebody tell me if you're dying to try this.
I'm not dying to try this.
And you're a pumpkin spice person.
I'm not going to eat it. I'm not doing it.
I just can't see it. It's kind of like what was
it's like jacking with Dr. Pepper.
Remember a couple of years ago at Christmas time, they had different flavored, different chocolate flavored covered Pringles. And we were like,
that was gross.
Yeah,
Thanks, that was
just
gross.
certain things. I just don't see this scenario working out well.
No, me neither. Well, and remember when they came out with like orange Dr. Pepper and orange Coke and stuff? I'm like, what is wrong with you?
And you're not
people?
a fan of any of that?
No, stay with what you got, man. Stay
dance
with the doctor.
One that brought you.
Yeah, dance with the one that brought you.
And orange Coke. I think there was even an orange vanilla Coke, and I tried it, and I was like, no, shut it down. No, I'm a cherry Coke girl.
I like cherry Coke.
I like cherry Coke, but yeah, just some of the things you start adding too much to it, and it does not become a good thing any longer. So in Canada, let us know how that Kraft macaroni and cheese works out for you.
I'm not a fan anyway, so.
Of Canada?
Yeah, not really.
I wonder why they're trying this just in Canada and not in America.
Because we're smarter.
I don't know.
We really are.
We're pumpkin spice obsessed here,
But not with
in
mac and
America.
cheese. We're smarter.
Yeah,
Remember, they
I
eat
don't
horse meat
know.
up there too.
What?
Seriously, you didn't know this.
No.
Goodness
I
gracious,
don't
yes.
like that at all.
Right.
I don't like that.
Are you kidding me?
What?
It is a delicacy.
not.
It's expensive, Kathy.
No, I don't like that.
Yeah, me neither.
Leilani says, nope. Crap, pumpkin spice? Nope.
Yeah,
Shut it down.
no.
Elizabeth said that's disgusting. Now somebody said something sounds good. I got to read this.
Well,
thread
apples
here.
and cinnamon and
Grab
caramel
them.
apple ciders are
Get on
good.
Facebook or YouTube and see the comments. I'm loving this. Yeah, and I would like to know, are you a fan of everything being pumpkin spice? Or are there just some things that you leave alone?
You leave some things
Somebody's
alone.
going to have that on their Thanksgiving dinner table.
You leave those things alone.
Yeah, I just.
Hey,
no,
Charles,
shut
what
it
is the
down.
URL for our Facebook feed?
I think it's the facebook.com/JP Kathy.
Because
and
I'm on
the
all this restream
crew.
stuff. I'm sending it to your mom. Because your mom's trying to figure out how to find us. And I told her on
Oh.
Facebook.
Well, here, I'll
Good
send
morning
it to
to
her. I'll
Charles.
send
Okay.
it to her.
To your mom.
Send it to her. Well, she's not listening yet, but she's
Oh.
going to be on
Second.
just a minute. We're kind of, again, this pumpkin spice craze. Again, first of all, Canadians have to switch out their tires. Who wants to have to buy 2 sets of tires? They give up like 70% of their salaries for
to
this socialized medicine thing that doesn't work.
Does not work.
And let me
That's
help
why all
you.
those people become doctors that come down here.
You ready for this? I found this out, of course, from living with a Canadian for a while. Check this out. You ready? If your doctor retires, you go back into the human pool for a new doctor, and you may not get a doctor forever.
See, and that's just, I mean, if you've got a health issue or if you've got, like if you're battling diabetes or, or something chronic, that's,
You're jacked. You have to go to
Yeah.
you have to go to their emergency. They call it something weird, like emergency contact room.
but those things don't have to be an emergency. They
Well,
can be just visit your regular doctor.
You don't get a regular doctor,
See, that's,
and the
Nope.
waiting lists are tremendous, from what I'm told. Yeah, I mean, I got
Can't even
a friend
imagine.
whose dad's waiting to see a cardiologist. His cardiologist retired. This guy's in his mid-80s, and he doesn't have a cardiologist anymore. So again,
That's horrible.
hey, not a fan.
Yeah, horrible.
Sorry. I do
Well,
like the maple syrup,
Yeah.
and I do like this thing that was a spaceship restaurant. And for $2, you got fried potatoes, eggs, and toast.
Did you go there to Canada
Yes.
and try that?
Yes, Niagara Falls area.
Huh.
And Niagara
I've
Falls
never
is pretty.
been.
And a lot of really neat Catholic churches over there.
There
Nestled
you go.
back in the woods.
Well, they've got pumpkin spice Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, they can
Good
pumpkin,
luck.
They can pumpkin spice my booty.
Good luck with that.
I'm just saying. Oh, I forgot to say this, by the way. And I think I'm going to create a graphic for this. I may have Sharon
Yeah.
create a graphic for me. Another Kiss My Butt award goes out to Alyssa Milano today. She can
Oh, there
kiss
you
my
go.
butt.
Yeah, I'm so over her.
Yeah.
I
I need to have a Kiss My Butt political segment.
I'm so over her.
Yep, I'm done too. So, do we
Goodbye.
think
Shut
we've
it
got
down.
your mom on yet?
I assume I sent her the email or sent her the text. I sent her
So,
the YouTube one because I know that one quicker. I
so
had that
as
one
you can see
up.
on the picture behind me,
Beautiful
this is a
picture.
very young Joan Gura.
That's
And-
what I have for my contact whenever she calls.
And
That's
Oh,
how I
I
think of
love
her.
that.
That's
oh,
nice.
that's so nice.
So Joan became a big part of my life when I got elected. And you have to understand now, she is just this little teeny woman, all of about,
She's a powerhouse.
yeah,
so.
all of about 4'10", 4'11", 5 foot. I'm not sure. And, okay, again, the descent is,
What do you mean, the descent?
she is of the origin of,
Oh, she's Czech.
that's right, which makes you partially Czech. That's
Yes. My
Me too.
dad's Slavic.
right. Correct.
So
And
I'm
so
Czechoslovakian.
you are
There you
Czechal,
go.
Slovak. You're Czechal,
I'm
I'm
Slovak.
part Czech too. Good
So,
Catholic families.
Joan walks into my office and she has got this very, I'm on a mission kind of thing, right? And she says, I'm going to file truancy. Are you going to hear those cases? Yes, because nobody else will. Well, I'll hear them if it's my job. It's your job. And then she goes, you're not going to date any of the people you see, right? And I'm like, no, that would be weird. And she's like, because you're only 18.
well,
And I'm
yeah,
like,
because you were young.
I was
yeah,
only
I mean,
18.
Yeah.
and I'm like, no, that's not going to happen. Don't worry about it. And so she walked out, and that blossomed a career and
Yeah.
a relationship between Joan and I. I would go over and play, not 31. I would play cribbage with her. We'd have apple pie
love
and
it.
ice cream, and we'd have lunch together, and then I'd go back to work. And then she moved to Ennis near her eldest daughter. And then they're back up this way now.
Well, I mean, she was pivotal in your career as a JP.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's one of those game changers. There are certain people in your life who you meet, and it becomes a game changer for your entire life and the direction your life takes. And if you're lucky enough like you were and blessed enough like you were,
Yeah.
you meet a Joan Gura early in your career life.
Yeah. She was my work mom.
Yep.
No doubt about
Yep.
it. And she and I got to hang out quite a bit together.
And tomorrow is a special day for her.
It's her birthday, and we've got a special play. We've got her on watching now. And so, Charles, if you want to cue up a special birthday message for Joan.
Just a minute.
Oh, we got to wait just a minute. Joan,
Just one
don't
second.
eat pumpkin spice Kraft mac and cheese. Don't do it, Joan.
Just say no. Well,
Say
you have to go
no.
to. Somebody's going to get it here in America.
Yeah, somebody is. So, Jim Gura, thank you for getting Joan on, and hello to you, Jim, as well. But again, we've got a special message we're going to play for Joan.
Well, the first one is, Mom, thanks. I love you. You're my positive person experience for the week and for my life, really.
Oh, that's nice.
And I really appreciate you. I appreciate the faith that you have and that you passed on to me. So happy birthday,
love
Mom. I
that.
sure love you.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
love that.
And here's something
Aw.
from somebody who can't be here or here this weekend for you. Whoops. I missed the sound.
No, go back and get the sound.
It's coming, Joni. It's a coming. So, and this is what you're looking.
We love you. We love you.
Aww.
So that's her
play that
daughter,
again.
Chrissy.
We love you. We love you.
And that's her husband, John,
I
and their
love that.
kids.
I love that.
And
Whoops,
Chrissy,
sorry.
okay, Charles.
Sorry.
Chrissy's down in Houston. Her husband has been on the show before with us. He works for NASA, and they can't be down here to celebrate with Joan, and so they sent a message to say, wish Mom a happy birthday and
Love
Grandma a
it.
happy birthday. So happy birthday, Joan. Love you. And glad that you are home and safe and healthy with Jim.
Absolutely. And stay healthy and safe.
Stay healthy
We love
and
you.
safe. All right, that's Joan Gura. All right, we are JP, Kathy, and the crew. Don't forget, we have a different format for you. Come Monday will be our Medical Monday. We're going to talk all things medical, and it may be politically medical, it may be scientifically medical. We may have joining us an
It may be.
OBGYN.
And it may just be some zany talk. It'll always be for the foreseeable future related to COVID.
Right.
I'd like to put a question out there to the crew. And it's interesting because a gentleman who worked at a grocery store said this to me the other day. He said, have you ever thought about how the cases for the flu might be down dramatically this year because you have people washing their hands, being more aware of things of that nature? He attributed it to the masks.
Did he
as
say
well.
wiping his tush too?
No, well, I'm not going to talk about that
That'll
with
be
a
a good
stranger at the
topic for
grocery
Monday.
store. But I think that may be something we ask Dr. Clothier about. I would like to know, over the upcoming flu months, does he see a decrease in the flu because of the precautions people are taking because of COVID? I think that would be an interesting number to track
I know that they're already
over
saying.
the next few months.
Well, Dr. Fauci and
I've
a
gotta go
bunch
get
of
my
others,
shot this weekend.
and I do too, have already released information saying they expect a slow flu year because of the weather. They're saying that the weather is going to be cooperative this year.
Huh.
So we'll see. But always a great
Interesting.
question. And then on Wednesday, we've got politics and current events.
Politics and more politics.
Yeah. And then on Fridays,
and
entertainment and
it'll be the
sports.
Wednesday after the Tuesday night debate.
That's right. So lots to talk
I
about.
cannot wait. Already have my popcorn
Well, and
ready.
I believe we're going to have Van Taylor and Senator Angela
I don't
Paxton.
know yet.
I've
I
already
don't-
reached out to you.
I don't know. No. I'm talking about. I think Senator Paxton may be the next Wednesday.
Oh, she's not
So
going to be this
we'll
following
find
Wednesday.
out. I
Oh,
don't
gotcha.
think so.
Okay. Well, I know we've got
we're
Van.
working on it,
I know
so.
we've got Van coming on. Talk to his office already. We're going to definitely want a post-debate commentary.
Bring it on.
For sure.
Bring it
All right,
on.
everybody have a safe week and be blessed.
We love you.
Tomorrow,
We
if
love
you
the
want
crew.
to see some
Mwah.
behind-the-scenes craziness where Kathy and I are going to actually try to run the engineering, yeah, you just better have your cell phone on, Charles Gura. We're going to do a dry run of a new veteran show that'll run next Saturday. But we're going to be out here playing around with equipment, seeing what we
I
can
don't
break.
know about that.
It'll be on our YouTube page. You can find us at JP Kathy and the Crew on YouTube.
So wake up. We're gonna
8
put
o'clock
a
in the
few
morning.
things on that. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
what?
then come over to Collin County GOP headquarters. We're going to have a truck parade.
There you go.
That starts at 10:30 at the parking lot of the Republican Party of Collin County.
There you go.
So
Can't
good
beat that.
times.
Good times.
Decorate your car.
Have a blessed weekend, everybody. We'll see you on Monday.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday, Grandma. We love you. We love you.
We love you.